Hello, welcome back. Lots of spells being cast. We didn't find any sites. Other than that, we were mostly just moving around. There was also a report from the Whispering Wastes. This is the Gerudo Throne Province. 454 units were hit by a blizzard this time, not disease. 29 units were killed. And among those was Back to Work Slackers, the Adept of the Flowerbed Church. It's a bit unfortunate. We also cast Earth Attack. I'm not sure if I mentioned I was casting this, but I was casting Earth Attack over these guys. And so we managed to actually successfully assassinate Commander with the Earth Elemental. This looks very similar to when one of our dancers got attacked by Earth Elemental. And we actually managed to win this time with the Ellie. And when Kazuya's commanders die, they turn into bees. I've been told to draw attention to that fact. Next we had not one, not two, not three, but 4 battles in the Whispering Wastes. First up was Kazuya, throwing some ghouls at us. I'm not sure exactly what this was supposed to accomplish. But a handful of ghouls is not really a match for this army, so they melt pretty quickly. We actually gained some ghouls from that battle, which is nice. Next up, slightly more interestingly, were a couple of things. So this was also ghouls and some hawks as well. I assume these were just distractions though for the main event, which was this guy got teleported in. This is your new retirement scheme, the Herald of Phantasm. He's Astral 3, which is for teleporting. And then he's got Air and Death with a booster to get him up to Death 4. He's got a Ring of Returning and a Spell Focus. And a bunch of Death Gems. And this guy is scripted to cast Wind of Death every single turn. Wind of Death is a pretty clever spell. There it goes. It is a battlefield-wide decay. And decay is pretty good against my worm colonies because, first of all, they have almost no magic resistance, so base 8. And secondly, they have a max age of 10. So a big battlefield decay spell is pretty brutal. So he's just casting that every turn. The other effect of this guy being teleported in is, as you can probably hear, I am using a lot of my gems, casting Howl and stuff. And here's a bunch of air elementals which were also using my gems. And this guy just gets pushed around a bit. Kind of goofy. We're wasting lots of gems pushing this guy around, and he does have a Ring of Returning. Now, okay. I'm not sure we'll actually be able to see this or not. There we go. Hungry Prince hit... Well, first of all, it's amazing that it was the Hungry Prince that actually killed him. But the Hungry Prince... What is your attack? Attack of 12? I guess it's not that bad. Hungry Prince hit Herald of Phantasm. Target was killed. So it looked like he died and didn't get returninged, but apparently he did get returninged. And we're not quite sure what's wrong. Was it the replay that's wrong? I don't know. But he did get returning to his home province. But he did lose an arm, which also means he also lost the Skull Staff. So that's something, I suppose. Either way, there was that. And that killed 284 thriving Redworm colonies. And oh, there we go. We found the Skull Staff. So, pretty powerful. Next was a battle in Blue Waters, which was the Usurper Tyrant taking that Throne Province from us. I had nothing to do there. Rock Marsh was another little Kazian stack taking this province. And then there were some more battles in Whispering Wastes. So, next was Selenia's main army. We do drop a ton of Astral Geysers into them on turn 1, which is good. Some people do actually get killed and stuff. Which is also good. It is not enough to stop the blessings though. Although, Fire Shield Bless isn't really much of a concern now that all of my worm colonies have been killed, so... we also put up some more spells. We got Rigor Mortis up, and we also got Howl up this turn, which is good. And so the plan is just to really fatigue out this army, but keep up all of our ally summoning spells. They are slowly gaining fatigue. These guys are on 82 already. We do have Tanglehearts at the edge of the battle, laying eggs. And the front line has all fallen asleep and been rolled over. These guys aren't nearly as tough as Gerudo's troops. They do actually die, which is good. We've got lots of Tanglehearts, lots of Imps as well. The Imps build up gradually. Owl is still up, but I don't see many Wolves. This guy's pretty hard to kill. I'll turbo through it now. You can see how this is going. That was okay. That was, again, Whispering Wastes. We wiped out most of that army, it looks like. And lots of the spellcasters as well, which is very important. Found lots of items. And we didn't really lose much. We've lost a lot of our units, but all of our mages are fine, which is all that really matters. The worms, of course, were all killed in the previous battle, so... Lost 53 wildlings. 11 teeth. The teeth are continuing to carry us, though. The teeth might be a bit overpowered. Is the kind of feedback I received from Selenia, but yeah. And then, as if that wasn't enough, we also, of course, stormed the fort in this province too. But there isn't actually much here. But this goes fine. Just walking into the fort with what's left. No worms here or anything, they're all dead. And that was the fourth and final battle at Whispering Wastes. Phew. So we got the Throne of Earth now. I'm actually not climbing it yet because I'm moving my all of my spirits. There's also a Pyramid of Life and a Garden of Frozen Flowers here. Oh, speaking of which, did I ever look at the sites in M.A. Cassia? There's the Grandview Garden, which gives you 2 nature and 1 water. And the Ministry of Dreams for 1 astral and 1 death. Just in case you're curious. So all in all, I mean that's fine, we smashed Selenia's army and we got the throne, but we did lose quite a lot of stuff doing it. I think that's fine though. Events, nothing too interesting. The last couple are Misfortune and Unrest, which is fine. That's about it. Yeah. This is okay for now. There is now a giant AI Gerudo stack on our border, because of course there is. But let's hope they don't move directly onto this throne just yet. For now, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do, which is I'm just going to move a bunch of stuff into Blue Waters next. All the spirits are teleporting. And I've also got 2 Splendor in Linshire who are waiting to move into this province as well. They did actually have the units, but the units are slightly slower than the commanders. I'm not sure how I did that, but the units are at move 16 and the commanders are 18. So the commanders can get to this lake, but the units can't, unfortunately, so the units are staying behind. But we'll have 2 watercasters who are just going to be doing water power. This guy's doing friendly currents, and then just spamming water elementals. Other guy's doing the same thing. Water power, living water, living water. And everyone else is either spamming Soul Slay, Paralyze, or Enslave Mind, and that's it. They can just all do that. There is one guy doing Light of the Northern Star to give everyone +1 astral. But I think it's fine to have some people spamming some paralyzers instead. Because it would be very nice to actually paralyze him to prevent him from spellcasting. It would be much nicer to actually just land a Soul Stite though, so... but, yeah, I'm hoping that that's enough stuff to actually kill this guy. In my head I was thinking he'd wait here for a turn now to claim the throne, but I went back and checked and he's not actually a priest or anything. So he can't actually claim this throne, so I don't know if he's going to linger here. With that in mind, it was tempting to actually cast Teleport instead of moving them all. I don't see much point, to be honest. Let's just do this. The other thing I could do, of course, is just spam Mind Hunt on him, because he's not an Astral Caster, and he's only got 18 magic resist. And he's in my candles now, which might be worse for him. We've got magic, but it's only magic 1 at the moment, isn't it? I don't know. We could spam Mind Hunt on him, but my concern is that he might have a stealthy Astral Mage with him somewhere. Because it seems a bit silly to me that you'd send in a big thug like this with no Mind Hunt protection against my nation. But who knows. But now I'm just going to manually move everything into this province. If he does stay here, we should kill him, I think, with all of the Astral Mages we're bringing. If he moves, there are a couple of directions he can go. I'm going to have units moving to Linshire and Grain Coast. Grain Coast is going to be all this stuff. It's all pushed right the way to the front. Make sure everything gets quickly into melee range to start punching him before Soul Vortex goes up. Although we only have 1 turn to do that because Soul Vortex goes up on turn 2, but even so. It's the same story in Linshire. It's just units pushed right to the front. So we'll defend these 2 provinces and move stuff into this province to try and take it. While that's happening, I'm moving some more H3s over into this part of the world to claim these thrones. My Prophet can teleport between these thrones and do it, but it'd be nice just to have more H3s over here anyway, if thrones are going to keep changing hands over here. And so we'll just continue trying to lock down this territory, whatever happens. But hopefully we kill this guy, and hopefully this doesn't move into us just yet, while we work on locking down this region more concretely. Over here, I'm doing a couple of things. First of all, I did give this guy the death boosters, and he is casting Wall of Misery. Why not? Let's have 65 now? 65 death gems per turn? Yeah, and then we will turn all of those into pearls and dispel Burden of Time, I think. And while I'm doing that, I also thought, why not, with our massive sort of stockpile of fire gems, let's cast Fate of Oedipus, because I don't think I've ever seen anyone cast this spell. This is the fire spell that just blinds whoever casts Eyes of God and also dispels Eyes of God. That sounds kind of funny. I'm just going to do that just to have a guaranteed dispel. If we can get rid of Eyes of God and Burden of Time, and then put up Well of Misery, that leaves 1 slot, so that guarantees us a slot is open for if we try and force up Enchanted Forests, which we are getting closer to. So 3 turns maybe we can try and cast Enchanted Forests. But I will have to alchemize a lot of stuff into Nature Gems to do that, because I want to make sure I overcast it. And that's pretty much it for this turn. Only other thing worth mentioning is that because a lot of rituals did just hit us, I am going to try and get some domes up in Whispering Waste quickly. At the moment, the only 2 I can really do are Air and Nature, which is fine. Air is pretty powerful as long as nothing goes through it. And Nature's pretty powerful, I guess, reasonably, as long as no fire spells hit it. It would be nice to have Astral up at the same time. I am trying to just save some pearls now, and I want to move every single spirit because, yeah. That's the plan anyway. I'll leave it there. So that was turn 72, thanks for watching. Oh no, one more thing. One other very, very brief thing. I scouted another throne, didn't I? Yeah, this one. Lithia is not quite as weakly defended as... was it Murius? Yeah. But still quite light. So my scout's going to move on to this throne over here next. We'll take a look at that one. And then probably going to move back, because I think Murius is going to be the target. You do have the dancer sitting here with the eagles now. She can actually lead the eagles. She can move to Murias. I don't need to give them over to a spirit. 31 map move is fine, apparently. So that was turn 72. I'm also putting a temple up somewhere, but I don't think that's too important. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you on turn 73. Hello, welcome back. Kazuya and the Golden Throne. Good to know. We did a bunch of Haruspecs, didn't find anything. I'm going to stop casting that now. It's 4 turns until Cataclysm. We cast Well of Misery, that went up, which is good. We also cast Fate of Oedipus, which cancelled out Eyes of God, which is pretty funny. Blood burst from the eyes of I Will Write My Name on the Moon. So, also good stuff. And then a couple of battles. We spied 2 battles between La Mancha and Slenia, interestingly. They have like these 2 little thugs rolling out. That's over here, these 2 provinces. So I'm not sure what La Mancha's doing exactly, but I'm glad they're attacking someone that isn't us, so that's good. I also tried to take back the fort that got attacked by trolls with some worms. Because I remembered right at the very beginning of the game we took a province with trolls in it. So I thought, trolls are terrible. Worms just roll right over them. It turns out that worms do not roll right over them. I don't know why expanding through these guys was so easy. I guess this is just more trolls, but we actually can't outdamage their regen. We do kill a couple. But they get the best of us in the end. So I'll spare you the entire fight, but you can kind of see how it's going now. They're kind of getting around the back there. So we don't manage to take our fort back, unfortunately. We did take control of Blue Waters, but there is a fort here. This is kind of interesting. This is there are spells that give you forts instantly. I can't remember what they're called. The one underwater is like Kelp Fort, maybe? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just Mage Tower? Like, I really don't know. But there are spells that you cast to give you forts instantly. This one has a wall integrity of 1000. Somehow it's breached already though. I'm not sure how that works or what, because we only have a siege strength of 368. So I don't know, but I'll take it. That's nice. Maybe it's because there was no defense in the province. Maybe because we just automatically had the province, it counted as the fort already being down. Or I really I'm not sure. Like maybe if there was 1 point of province defense, there would have needed to be a fight first, and that would have just put the fort under siege. But because there was no fight, it just counts as already broken. I really don't know. But either way, it's cracked open already. And we also attacked Rain Coast, which is just taking an indie province, an AI province away from DM Dracket. He does cook some of my worms, but that's about it. So that's fine. Lightning keeps striking, Old Age keeps plaguing. Lots and lots of events. There were a few regular events mixed in here somewhere. Heat, Undead in Agonor, as usual. A tribe of centaurs in Packwoods. Lost population, gained unrest, lost population, and lost gold in Norfangs. That's pretty bad. And worldwide event, there's luck and growth, so that's quite nice at least. And I think that's everything. So enchantments now look like this. Eyes of God has gone. Well of Misery has gone up. You might notice from my gems, I've alchemized a lot of gems. I'm doing what I said I was going to do, which I've turned all of my death gems into pearls. And a couple of my earth gems too. And we're doing I think it's a 130 point dispel on Burden of Time. So that's pretty significant. I'm doing it with this guy. I do have a crystal coin I could have given him, but unfortunately it's currently underwater in the Fort's Storming Army. So I can't give it to him. But he's Astral 5 with a skull cap, so maybe that'll be enough. Other rituals I'm doing this turn is I'm casting Earth Attack on this stack again, while I take the province behind it with a bunch of trash. I just want to annoy whatever this army is. I don't like it around here, lurking around my province. And I'm doing a couple of things this time, because we're getting close to the point where we could try and just quickly win. So up here, I am forging another crystal coin to make sure I've got one free. I'm also forging some strength boosting items, so lots of girdles of might for people sieging forts later. And I've got some H3s moving over to be able to actually claim this throne in 2 turns. That should all go fine. Underwater, since this fort is already cracked open, we're going to storm it immediately before Cassia has a chance to, I don't know, he could teleport some stuff here, but let's assume that he doesn't have much stuff he could teleport underwater. So we'll storm it with this. This should go fine. We've got 2 guys spamming water elementals, everyone else is just a powerful astral caster. I've seen this army before. Hopefully it goes fine. And while we're doing that, I'm just moving units up here. I'll still try and knock out some of these provinces to take temples and stuff. So this is all kind of proceeding as normal. I'm getting another temple up in Agonor. Try and continue pushing Dominion out here. You see that we've lost a lot of the Dominion that we cast Exogenesis here and gained like 3 white candles, but we've lost it all. So our Dominion actually isn't very strong in this region. We are losing it. But that'll change when we claim these 2 thrones, so hopefully this goes okay. And we'll claim this one in 2 turns and claim this one in 2 turns as well. That means though that in 2 turns we could actually try doing the thing I said, which is launching a sneak attack on Murias. So with that in mind, I'm also preparing some stuff in Norfangs. Since Dances in the Grass with map move boots can also get to this fort in 1 turn, I'm started to forge another couple of pairs of boots so that we have more dancers who can do that. We might as well bring them along with the spirits when we move in. I'm also forging a bunch of girdles to give people a bit more siege strength. I've got an mage here who's been given the boosters to do some more summon eagles. So we currently have 21. They have 16-ish siege strength each, so it's about 350 siege strength currently. We'll get some more. And I'm also forging some gate cleavers as well. So we'll have a bunch of gate cleavers and eagles and everything. And in a turn or 2 we'll move everything onto Murias. And then as soon as it's under siege, we can also teleport some stuff in as well. Which should be very useful. So that's one plan we have in the works. The other plan that we have in the works is that we are now very close to Enchanted Forests. We'll have that in 2 turns as well. So I'm saving up my nature gems now, and in 2 turns I'll also have another 120 death gems to alchemize. That'll be another 60 pearls, which is another 30 nature gems. I'll have, you know, however many astral pearls I actually have. So we'll do a big overcast on Enchanted Forest as well. So either we'll take this throne or we'll start actually pumping out some very aggressive Dominion just in time for Horus to start attacking the world, I guess. And I think that's it. So I guess 2 things in the works. I could check in on the Hungry Prince in Chibia. He's currently up to 255 hit points. I'm not sure if he'll be any use at this point. But we'll see. You never know. I'm still feeding him anyway. Am I doing anything else this turn? It's gate cleavers, boots of quickness for the movement speed. Map movement speed. I'm doing the earth attack on Cassia. I said that, didn't I? Yeah. More cleavers. Girdles of Might. Gate cleaver. Summon great eagles. Yep, I think that's it. The big one now is just getting an H3 here to claim this and hoping that this goes fine. And if it does, it's like, hey, free fort now on our throne, which would be pretty good. But who knows, there might be some spooky stuff in this fort. Fingers crossed it goes well though. Yep. So hopefully we'll dispel Burden of Time as well. That's the other thing. That was turn 73. Thanks for watching. Getting close to the end now. I'll see you next time.